I don't know what y'all think.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. And this carries into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. There to make the tackle, Samson Ebukam. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. But a tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They'll drop this one down to Cohen. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
First down, Chicago.
To throw it is Locke. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Left side, it's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And some room to work. Touchdown, Chicago. Todd Gurley. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as it used to be, huh?
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Stick from the gun, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On third down, it's Stick. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them. The screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff looking right. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
He's tackled at the 40.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Third down, they'll throw with Stick. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jalen Johnson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun throw for Stick. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Locke. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's the end.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Locke steps away to his left. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going. On
play action, Locke. That's complete to Mooney. Touchdown, Chicago! Darnell Mooney, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Well, throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up...
He's got his man. It's caught for the Lion touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. He took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up and down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick up the 1st with Gurley. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
He's brought down
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
It's a gain of 10.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. It's incomplete. took a shot, couldn't connect. Darnell Mooney, the target there. That'll bring up second down.
Desmond Trufant on the coverage.
Throwing again. Lock. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line.
First down.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Lock now on first down. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Locke. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Into the red zone, it's Locke. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. So simple math here. The first half, they've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
10.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Lock. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. He may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
It's third down. And 10 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Lock. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
At the Lions' 41-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Locke. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing now is Locke. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier. Was bidding for a 2nd. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And this time he is in. Todd Gurley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears will extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's say they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now they try the right side here. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And again this time to the tailback. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Stick looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Khalil Mack. Look at the big man rumble. The 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Desmond Trufant. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play.
9-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stick flush to his right. Able to locate his running back open downfield. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. It's a big play there for the Lions. And even 50 yards. Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And He's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will have the Bears' first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
First down, Bears.
On first down, Lock. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Will add on to their lead. Early on, you hit on it. Needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, but the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Now left side on the swing pass. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
To number 26.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Stick back to pass. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. Stick from the gun. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Intended for
from the 24. They'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24.
Stick to throw once more. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Marquise Goodwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions were able to draw a bit closer. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And the Bears' 1st down.
Now it's Gurley. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He's brought down at the...
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They look to throw. It's locked. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
It's a pickup.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the 43-yard
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Gain of 26 yards. 1st down, Bears.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here comes Miller. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now left side, a completion was tight in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
At the 47.
A shotgun throw for Stick. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
37-yard line.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Down Stick. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get nothing out of that one. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
At the 6-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stick. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.